Way back in the 30s, a group of people began to meet in Clayton, the center of metropolitan St. Louis. And by 1950s, they began to focus the ministry, and so they saw a piece of property on Maryland Avenue and Hanley Road. And there was always a vision to reach that center key part of our community for Christ and begin to grow outward from there. By the time I came on the scene, we had decided that the church really needed to be a ministry center, that we needed to be the kind of church that would encourage planting, that would encourage development of a variety of ministries, including ethnic ministries. And we heard about a church that had just been planted and had moved into rented facilities in our area, and so we invited them to use our building. The church was called The Journey. And so Hanley Road Church became a host church to a brand new church plant. And so the partnership that developed between Journey and Hanley Road was really exciting. But gradually the church grew and we began to think about other locations, still with our eyes north and west and east. Finally, we began to move across the river to Metro East and even down to Southern Illinois and in the Marion area. As we continued to grow in our vision to plant, churches were sending out groups of people to plant and develop new sites and ministry centers and churches. And in every case, every step of the way, there were sacrifices that had to be made. And everybody understood the nature of that difficulty in really carrying out the vision of continuing to plant and reach people for Christ and share the gospel with our community. So the remarkable story of the beginnings now were consummated in our church becoming an official part of the Journey community. We began to think again about North. We really wanted to become a genuinely diverse congregation, and so there were some opportunities that we pursued, but nothing seemed to really come together for us. And remarkably now, in 2016, many years later, the Lord has opened up an opportunity. The church will be relocating to a place 3/4 of a mile up Hanley Road, right into the heart of U City, across from U City High School. And so, again, that's going to require that our people make sacrifices. And we're prepared for God to help us to do what's necessary to reach into a community that really needs to hear the gospel. From the beginning, we've always been about multiplication. We've been planting churches outside of the area, all over the country and all over the world, literally. So God has always used us to plant churches and to multiply disciples and to share the gospel in the heart of the community. And that same vision is still part of who we are as Journey. It was part of who we were before Journey existed in the Hanley Road community. It became part of our combined collective partnership. And then it became our shared vision as we became part of the same movement, the same church. So Journey is still sending out, reaching out. We still have a vision for multiplying disciples and multiplying Christ-centered churches so that we can share the gospel with communities all over the world.